Be any different than Chipotle, right?
And it blew your mind.
No. I will never eat Taco Bell ever again. Disgusting. I got so sick off of that.
So the way blow your mind, you would probably say it more blew.
I'm gonna get that nasty. I'm just saying, I would never.
Oh, okay. Well,
I would never, ever touch Taco Bell ever again. I know a lot of people love Taco Bell, but ugh.
Taco Bell's a good cleaner outer of the system.
Yeah, well.
If you're constipated, you don't need any of that stuff. What's that like the stuff you can buy in store?
Miralax.
Yeah, you don't need any of that. Just get some Taco Bell.
It's disgusting.
You get awesome taste. Your taste buds love you. And then you clear out your system.
No, it didn't even taste good. It was disgusting. It was just gross.
Jamie Lee Curtis and Activia, eat your heart out because Taco Bell is really solved.
It's disgusting. Don't do it to yourself. Even the food, it's nasty. The whole experience was just nasty.
I loved it. I love it every time.
Ugh. No, thank you. Like I said, if Taco Bell was the only place on earth where I could eat, I would probably just eat the grass outside or like leaves off of a tree. I just wouldn't. I would not touch it or starve. Either way, it's just I wouldn't. I can't go through that ever again. That was disgusting.
If I could Scrooge McDuck Taco Bell,
what does that mean?
I.e., if I could have my own pool of Taco Bell. Remember he had his gold pool where he's swimming it?
Yeah.
I would swim in it.
That's disgusting. Everything, I can't. I know there's a lot of Taco Bell fans out there, but ugh. No, thank you. And I know they say that, I don't even know how they're the healthiest. They're the healthiest.
They say they're healthy because they don't fry anything. That's why.
No.
Well, I don't say anything. I'm sure there's a couple of things they fry, but a lot of stuff's not fried,
No.
whereas you get fried stuff in all these other fast foods.
Go to Chipotle. That's the moral of the story.
Chipotle's just overpriced Taco Bell.
No. No. No way.
I mean, I like Moe's. Moe's is pretty good.
Moe's is good. Go to one of those places. Just stay away from Taco Bell. It's disgusting.
So Taco Bell, you would say, is a killer
Oh my goodness.
of you trying to be skinny, or anybody trying to be skinny. Well, we saw some other form of killers as well. You like that segue, don't you?
Oh my god.
So we saw the band The Killers.
Yes, we did.
And my ears were killed by their sonic vibrations. I don't know where I'm going with this, but they were pretty awesome, is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, they were really great.
Yeah.
Very visually. I feel like they've upped their game since the last time we saw them.
Probably. So this is technically kind of the third time we've seen them. So we've seen them twice as a band, then we saw Brandon Flowers by himself, who pretty much is
awesome.
just The Killers anyway.
Yeah.
So we've kind of almost seen them 3 times in a row. But the first time, not too much with the visual, if I remember correctly.
No, it wasn't too much visual, and they barely sold out Prudential Center.
Right, they barely sold out Prudential Center. And then the second time we saw Brandon Flowers, it was a very small, personal kind of venue.
That was really cool.
That was cool. Somewhere in New York. I forget where it was.
I think it was Webster Hall.
I think it was. And then this time, super visuals. They sell out Barclays Center in Brooklyn, sell MSG. They sold out in Philadelphia, I believe.
Yeah, they did.
No, this is... I kept telling people, oh, I'm going to see The Killers. Mm-hmm. And they're like... Or I saw The Killers this weekend. Yeah, I went to a concert, so I'm exhausted. I saw The Killers. And they're like, they're still around? I don't know how many times I heard The Killers are still around.
It's so funny, and they sold out this tour.
Yes, they are still around. They just came out with an album 4 or 5 months ago, whatever it is, 3 months ago. So yes, they are still around, live and kicking. But it's funny because they only tour with 2 of the 4 guys.
Yeah, that's all right.
Which, who cares? All you really need is Brandon Flowers. Then you got the drummer, Ronnie Vanucci.
Yeah, he's cool.
And the other 2 guys are Big Lemos.
Yeah, but I heard that's their deal. They're just lame.
That's their deal?
Yeah, like they just...
There's just a bunch of big, boring Lemos?
Yeah, like they don't want to do anything. Like they don't... I guess they just don't like recording, and they just don't want to tour, which I guess I can understand.
Well, as you point out, the one guy doesn't even show for the photo shoot.
Yeah, for this album, he's like not even there.
There's only 3 guys pictured.
What are you doing that's so important that you're like, oh, I can't come to the photo shoot for like the promo and for our album?
Which
what are you doing?
And he's like known as like the founder of the band too.
Is he really?
Yeah, him and Flowers kind of. He had a lot of the ideas for the couple songs on Hot Fuss.
Mm.
He had a lot of the ideas, and then like Flowers picked them up and I guess put lyrics to them and stuff. But he had a lot of, and then that's the guy who's like the least wants to do with him anymore. Doesn't show up for photo shoot, doesn't show up on tour. Kind of shows up to the studio and goes, "All right, here's my parts," and
He just wants that royalty check.
Psst, I don't blame him. So we saw them. They're pretty awesome. They did all the stuff. They did any song you want to hear from the Killers. They did. They came out to Wonderful, Wonderful. Which, how do you feel about this last album of theirs?
I wasn't I like Battleborn better. So I'm happy we did go to the Battleborn.
Yes, we went to the Battleborn.
I'm not a big fan of this album. I do like The Man.
Man's good. They played that.
I don't know what else.
You liked the one, Rut.
Oh, I did like
that was a
Rut.
slower one.
Rut. And I think they did a, I don't know who did it first. I don't know if it was Ghost or the Killers, but the song The Calling reminded me of the Ghost video He Is. Where Brandon Flowers comes out in this, like, I forget the evangelical guy that they're making fun of. He's just basically ripping people off of money. But he's kind of dressed like him. He comes out in like this big gold flashy
that was awesome
outfit. Yeah, it was really cool. And the sunglasses. And when he first came out, I was like, oh, he's just doing the whole Vegas thing because they're from Vegas. And I find out, like, as I'm really watching it, and the song I think is about like
it's about greed and stuff like that.
Greed and religious corruption. And
they had like a prelude of some guy.
Not a priest.
No, not a priest. I think it's one of these pastor.
Yeah.
And I'm doing quotation marks if you can't see me because you can't. One of these pastor guys saying, all this stuff about Jesus and stuff like that, and how Jesus hated greed. But meanwhile, these guys are. Yeah, I mean, it's interesting to hear the Killers kind of getting.
Yeah.
Political, I guess. It's not really political, but it's in a way, it's,
Yeah, because they really didn't.
They don't. I mean, it's all about,
But regardless, the guy from Ghost, Papa, dressed like the same guy, which I'm going to try and look up who that is. But I think they kind of either copied Ghost or... I think Ghost did it first, so I want to say they copied Ghost.
It was really cool because they came out wearing they wore bland stuff. I think he was in like a black and white kind of suit. The rest of the band was in this black and white. So they go off, and then they come back for the encore, and he's in this gold suit from head to toe, gold shirt, gold pants, shoes.
Yeah. The suit was actually really cool.
It was. And then it almost appeared to change color. Like, they did it differently in the next song, and the suit almost looks silver now. Like, I don't know how that happened, but it was pretty cool. I guess it was just the lighting effects, but...
Yeah.
It was awesome, and he's, like, dancing around, and... in his gold suit. But any song you want to hear from any of their albums, if you're a Killers fan, Hot Fuss, or Sam's Town, which apparently 2017 was their 10th anniversary, which I can't believe. But if you want to hear any songs, Day and Age... and then Battleborn, they played a couple, the good ones, the really good ones. So if you want to hear any of the songs from any of those albums, they did them. I mean, they did their entire catalog, everything that you'd like to hear. So that was the Killers. They were great. Awesome concert. We liked it.
Yeah, it was good. Go see them if you can, if they're not sold out.
Yeah. Which is, I'm glad, because Killers is one of my favorites. So I'm glad they're still kicking, still alive. Brandon Flowers, don't ever go away. Please keep making music.
Yeah, he's awesome.
On the music concert trail, it's a big thing with us. We go on concerts and stuff. So we got some coming up. Well, we have one that we know of as of right now. Could change. More could pop up. I'm sure we'll go to more little ones or something. We have Ghost and Alice in Chains at the WMMR barbecue coming up.
Oh, yeah.
Very excited about this. We saw Alice in Chains 3 years ago, something like that. And it was probably the loudest concert I've ever been to.
Yeah, I didn't bring earplugs because I figured, it's not going to be that loud. And yeah, it was really loud.
Yeah, you figure Alice in Chains, they got a lot of mellow songs and things. But no, they came out rocking, and it was awesome.
Really good.
It was really good. Obviously, no Wayne Staley. It's never going to happen. And, obviously,
Clearly.
he's not with us anymore. Unless he descends from heavens or becomes a zombie. Comes up on stage.
Yeah,
but I've never heard a zombie sing, so I don't know if he'd still have the same.
I wouldn't mind if he came out as a zombie. As long as they don't do him as a hologram, we're good.
Yes, which is a thing now.
Yeah, I don't want to see that.
With Roy Orbison. They did it with Elvis a while ago. It's funny because you actually...
And Tupac.
Oh, that's right. It's funny because you see when you watch Blade Runner, they do like the hologram thing. Do you remember that?
Oh, yeah, they do.
They do like the hologram Elvis while they're like having like a fight scene thing.
Yeah.
That was kind of cool. But, so no Wayne Staley, but it was great. It was an awesome concert. So they're going to be with Ghost, which when we heard the two of that together, we like blew our mind.
Yeah, it's like it's
going to be awesome.
And then barbecue, I've been going for years. I'm from the area, and it's just such a fun little festival, and all the DJs are there from the radio station.
Well, WMMR is the Philadelphia rock station.
Yeah,
right. We should preface.
Yeah, that you can stream now online, and I think everybody should stream it because they're the best. And yeah, it's just great. They're just a great station. They put on a good show. Yeah, it's gonna be good. What was the one year we went? Slash was open.
Yeah, it was. I think it wasn't last year's. I think we skipped last year's. I think it was the year before that, so 2 years ago. Yeah,
we went to see Slash, Pretty Reckless.
Slash with Pretty Reckless was there.
Hailstorm,
which was pretty cool.
I forget.
Slash with Miles Kennedy, and Stone Temple Pilots with rest in peace Chester Bennington.
Oh, that's right.
And he did a really good job. I actually liked that a lot.
That's right.
It's not Scott Weiland, but you know.
And STP is going to be at this one.
And with this one now with the new singer, which I heard their one new song and it was all right.
Yeah, it was funny because I actually saw STP with Scott Weiland at an MMR barbecue. And then, a few years later, then I'm going with you and I'm seeing STP with Chester Bennington. I was very against that whole thing. But he did I actually came out of there, and so did a lot of other people that were at the concert because I listened to the radio the next day. They were playing some stuff from the show. And everyone kept saying, they're like, I was really against this whole, Chester Bennington being with STP, but it's okay. It was actually really good.
It was
awesome. I have to admit, it changed me, so I was like, wow, that was actually really good.
I've always been a Chester fan, so.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not a big Linkin Park fan, so I was kind of against it. And then now with this guy, I don't know. I'm still against it because now I'm like, now you got two of your lead singers that aren't with us anymore, so. It's like just call yourself something else. I know you still want to do the STP songs, which they should be allowed to do it, and I agree, but call yourself something else. I don't know. Maybe we'll go and we'll be surprisingly stunned about how great of a show it is. So we'll see.
We'll see. I mean, you were pleasantly stunned about how well Chester Bennington did, but Chester was like an established kind of.
Yeah,
I don't know who this new guy is.
Apparently he was a contestant on The Voice.
Oh, God, really?
Yeah, he was one of those.
So it was like the Journey guy, where they found him on YouTube.
Kind of.
Yeah, jeez.
So we'll see. I mean, I've heard the new single with STP. It's not... It sounds like STP, it's just with, a new guy. So it doesn't sound any different. It's just weird. I just feel like they should have changed the name of the band or something. I don't know.
So we'll see. But we're going to see some Alice in Chains with Jerry Cantrell, who is one of my heroes. I love Jerry Cantrell. Awesome. So he's a great guitarist. He's got a good voice. So, and the current guy they have, I mean, he does a good job. I think William Duvall, I think is his name. Something like that. The guy that they got to do the lead singing to replace Lane Staley. He's good. He does a good job.
Yeah.
Sounds kind of similar to Lane Staley, so it's fine. Fine by me.
Yeah, it's good.
And then we'll see some Ghost.
Oh, man, it's going to be awesome.
Yep. New Papa, I think, right?
It should be a new Papa by that point. Well, yeah, Papa 3's gone.
Well, they dragged him off. They dragged him off stage. Papa 3.
Yeah, so they got to be doing a reveal at some point of Papa 4. Oh, it'd be so crazy if that was there. I doubt it. I think it'll be before that. But,
probably.
Oh my God, how crazy would that be if we were at the reveal of Papa 4?
No, is Ozzy? Because I know we want to see Ozzy with Zakk Wylde too, as well. Is that this summer?
Supposedly that's this summer.
Okay,
and
we definitely have to go to that.
Oh my God. If that is happening.
Here's some No More Tears, one of Melissa's all-time favorite songs.
That whole tear, No
More Tears.
Yeah, No More Tears. I'm sleepy.
That's why we're drinking our tea. Also with her Bob Ross.
Oh, yes, we should cut to that for a second. So I got the greatest gift from one of my very good friends. And she got me a Bob Ross mug. And when the mug heats up, it paints a picture of one of Bob Ross's paintings. And it is the most epic gift I've ever gotten.
I know. I mean, I'm here with my Marvel mug, and when it heats up, Captain America doesn't throw a shield, or Thor doesn't act, give bad acting like he does in the movies.
Just in general,
just kidding, sorry.
Bob Ross isn't on that mug.
No. But now you have a mug where stuff happens.
Yeah, but Bob Ross is on it painting a picture of mountains and trees.
Melissa's inexplicable love, absolute love for Bob Ross.
He's so kind, and he loves animals. And I want to paint trees just like Bob Ross.
I just don't get